Stand up. Stand up.
Daddy.
Jeez. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Jeez.
Welcome. Sit up, baby.
Come on.
Say
All
hello.
right.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. Okay,
Hey,
welcome
everybody.
back. Thank you for coming and joining us on this Saturday night with Justin and Roseanne Cardoza. Say goodbye, Gio.
Okie dokie.
Okay, come on.
All right, go on.
I'm Mario.
All right, Mario. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
All right. Hey, it's Saturday night edition.
Well, what's up,
Again?
everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back.
I am Roseanne Cardoza, and this is my husband, Justin Cardoza, the professional psychic medium, also known as the tragic medium.
Yes.
He's been a professional psychic medium for over 17 years. And tonight, as usual, we come on usually on Saturday night, and we try to give back. Well, we do give.
We give
We
back.
give back to spirit readings, psychic
yeah.
medium readings to those who have lost a loved one, as a give back to people who are in need of that. Dominic, the chat box is not open. And as usual, we start off with some sort of
Technical problem.
technical problem. So, let's talk.
I feel off tonight.
Yeah,
I feel off
you weren't
tonight,
off
man.
earlier.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man.
Well, let's just hang on and talk about it.
I am.
Okay, so a couple of things I wanted to talk about. He is the psychic medium, but an intuitive. And I want to clarify what a tragic medium is, because I think it's like really important that people know. Yes, if they've heard your readings on here, they'll know that you are definitely one person who seems to get readings that are of the tragic nature. All death is tragic. Let me just, to that person who is living. But in certain cases, there is a degree of tragedy that is involved, and that is Justin's specialty. However, let me clarify this a little bit more, because I believe, and this has been our calling for a very long time, is that we reach out to people who are on those fringes, the people who are kind of like us, who are complicated human beings who live complicated lives, who don't come from the most ideal situations in life. And so even though a reading may come through that is not necessarily tragic, there's always complicated, matters that are involved. As such, not just with psychic medium readings, but also spiritual guidance, counseling, and, card readings and stuff like that you do with people.
Yeah.
But I also want to clarify to anybody who knows how Justin works that he reads energy. So the most important thing that you have to know about him as a psychic medium, there's two. One, that he has the Holy Spirit gift of discernment. That means he can tell the difference between good and bad, light and dark. Okay? The other thing that's extremely important for you to know is that it doesn't matter what kind of energy it is. He can go into a situation, to a place, individuals, and he reads energy. Energy is energy, folks. Mm-hmm. It's just how good you are at reading the energy. That's the importance of being very astute and have practiced that for a long time. And that he has done. So, by the way, happy anniversary.
Yes, happy anniversary. Our
He
15th wedding anniversary today.
Yes. 15 years. Oh, wow. Look at that. Thank you. Oh, that was a cut off. Okay. So, now, I just want to say, kind of give a shout out to everybody. Hi, Michelle, Savannah, Sergio. I just want to stop, tell you what I feel about you, babe. There you go. Rachel, let's see here. Sandy, hi, Benita. Let's see here. Cassie. Oh, sorry. Susan, hi. CS. I can't remember her name. CS. Ken, hi, Ima Love. Sheila. Shay is on. Let's see her. Dana. Tara, hi. Everybody who is, a wonderful, viewer of ours. Thank you so much for coming back. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys. It's so important that you hit the thumbs up. Hi, Patricia. Hi. And hit the subscribe button along with the bell. But the thumbs up is so important, guys. It's so important. And if you go over to our Facebook page and you share out, if our Facebook page, make sure you go over there, like and follow it, but also share that out too. Make sure the message gets through to people. But the thumbs up, guys, the thumbs up. He's okay. He's got something okay, coming through. He's trying to get tuned in. So that's why I'm talking.
Something's funky, man. I don't.
The color of the Bath and Body Works lotion.
Huh?
It's the color of the Bath and Body Works.
I don't know, but I need some.
Yeah, something's. Oh, something's off. I don't know what.
Your brother, please.
That's what's tripping me out right now. Yeah, that was pretty good, man. The graphics, the subscribe with the bell when you're saying
I know. Dom is always upping his game every week.
Telling you, man.
Yeah.
That's
So, okay, how does Justin work? Okay, so as you can kind of tell, he's saying something is kind of off. He wasn't like this earlier, I can tell you that.
No,
so something is off. So that means that there is a spirit coming through that is probably, most likely, feeling him out. Trying to get, the gist of him, because just like in life, right? And just like dogs do. What do dogs do? They sniff each other's butts. Right?
Saying a ghost is sniffing my butt?
No, but they feel each other out. You feel a person out.
Ghost is sniffing my butt?
A spirit.
Oh, no. Well, it's funny.
Rachel says she's getting similar feelings. So, here's the deal. So, if Justin has a spirit that is coming through, if you have a spirit that that wants to come through and you want them to come through, what is the rules? The rules are, what are the rules? Not what is or what it was. What are the rules, please? The rules are that the clues he gives you, okay, are meant to be validated by you. And he gets sometimes about 3. It's, and they're not going to be like your, I don't know, like just kind of like, just it like the mundane stuff. And watch this one, we'll have mundane stuff like that'll come through. So, okay, it's always like very, the really, really hard stuff to kind of pinpoint. But he's always going for the deeper stuff to pinpoint. Now, I'm going to tell you right now that it is important for you guys to know there's going to be people going to be like, oh, it's for me. He is going to feel people out who are saying that. And he is always tuned into the energy here that's coming through and the energy that is there that's coming through here. When he starts to get a click, with him, this is how he operates. He calls it's like a seatbelt. He knows when that spirit is with that person. So it's just important that everybody know you don't need to give more information than what he is giving. Okay? So, like, there's people who come on here and they're saying, hi, I'm a Gemini and my, husband's name is so-and-so and he died, No, don't do that. Don't do that, folks. Do not do that with any medium or psychic. Okay? Yeah, if you give them like a trinket or like maybe a ring or something, yeah.
You use psychometry.
Right, psychometry. But they don't need to know all that information, because why? Energy is energy. He's not AT&T, guys. I always say this all the time. He's not. You're not. You can't ring them all up. You're not Alexander Graham Bell. Okay? hello, want to go? You know, no.
If only.
If only, right. But it's about being open. That's the most important thing. You have to be open. It may not happen today. It may not happen tomorrow. It can just be spontaneous. Hi, Angel Donna. Welcome back. So, you have to be open as well as they do. And they have to make it count just as much as you do. So, this is the moment where they're, all right, so just tell them to back off of you.
No, that's just it. I'm trying to get them to come
Closer,
forward.
so they're not coming closer.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Trying to sort it out. Trying to sort it out.
read the chat because it's red and it doesn't look good on here.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, you just really.
Can you do the chat?
Yeah.
Hi, Beth. Hello. So,
Hey, Beth, how you doing? How's everybody doing? I'm trying to shake this funk, man, or get it to come closer, whatever the case is. Hang tight, guys. Hang tight. Hang tight.
okay, we had the chat. We just redid the chat. So,
There you go.
orange.
That should work.
Okay. So again, like I said, you don't have to give information. If you know, it's important for you to know. Yeah, you validate the clues that he gives you, but you don't need to offer information in the beginning. I know the desperation that everybody wants to feel. The person that wants to come, or they want to come through. You know that desperation. Listen, your energy, when you have no idea what it's like to sit on this side and to feel that much energy come through of people desperate and anxious and sad and just hopeful and all these things. It's just this bundle of, it's like almost a kinetic ball of like energy of just everybody's energy, and that's what it feels like. So we understand that. We get that. So you just tell them, hey, listen, whoever's there, please come through to Justin. That's that hard part. Hey, Kathy. Hello, Natasha. Welcome back, Tara. Don't forget, again, to make sure you hit the thumbs up button.
Well, thank you, Beth.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and look, if you're wanting a card reading tonight, Dominic will hit the PayPal. You can throw up the PayPal thing, and if you want to do that, yeah. So we're just he's getting tuned in like a antenna.
Yeah, man, it's weird. It's an amalgamation of energy. And I feel like some of it is here. Mm-hmm. Some of it's the other side. Mm-hmm. So there is Angel Donna. Wow. Yeah. Like, this is a rough time of year, you know what I mean, for people, because now here we are. We're going into, here in the United States, we're going into Thanksgiving week, right? Mm-hmm. And Thanksgiving is a holiday that I think many of us have forgotten the meaning of. Not forgotten the meaning, but forgotten the feeling of what true Thanksgiving is. And everyone is concerned with Black Friday and Christmas coming up. And for many people, right about now is when the pain starts. And that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that people who don't, that what is, that don't have an outlet for their pain. Mm-hmm. I'm feeling the mourning, the loss,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all been stuffed down, and every year it erupts at this time.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Brandy. Okay,
And I'm feeling the,
flash.
yeah, I know.
Hmm?
It's over on my side.
It's up on the banister.
Yeah. Yeah, see, there's a lot of folks, man.
Okay. Yeah. So our LWE students are also reading the room too, because that's what they do. Our light worker students, and they are all having symptoms of just not, there's an extreme sadness, pain and desperation, but nothing negative.
No, nothing negative.
Nothing negative, but
it's human emotion, right? It's the feeling of the pang of loss.
And not for nothing. I'm going to tell you who remembers this one saying that all you people who were all hyped up about friggin' Halloween, who didn't give a damn about a medium, right? Because they wanted, ooh, spooky, spooky, let's go open portals. But I said,
time, Boo. Boo,
but then it all collapses in, and then they all bounce. I know how this works.
Our 15-year wedding anniversary, and we've been doing this together.
Mm-hmm. Well, you started before
years.
I even got
16
right.
years together.
Mm-hmm.
17 years total. So yeah.
Yeah.
We know the breakdown of it, right?
Yeah.
And so
they're just like,
I am
hey.
trying to connect and try to ease some of this pain. That's what I was feeling, man. That's what I was feeling. It took me a minute to
well, it hit you
isolate
at once.
It hit me all at once.
Right. Because he was fine not even like 30 minutes ago. And then it was like, boom. Like.
Very good, Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Well put.
Gold star for you, Savannah. No, it's an amalgamation of people. Yeah. It's what I told everybody would happen. That everybody gets hyped up for Halloween and they're all focused on that, and they don't even realize it. And then the holidays come. And of course the holidays, it's an automatic, it's about memories. It's about, there's so many people alone. There's regrets. There's just, think about that. Think about that for a minute. You have memories of your past. People who got away from you, that's passed away. Fears you've consumed in your life. Another year is ending. That's the other aspect too. It's not just the holidays and missing our loved ones that have passed, but it's knowing that another year is ending. And, the loneliness and the sadness, and it's just, worrying about how am I going to do this, or it is everything. But we don't realize this. I called it. I told you all this was going to happen, and it does. And this is really where it gets real. This is real, folks. But remember, and Savannah's absolutely right, sadness or grief isn't negative. It isn't. It's just a byproduct of love. Love is the most...
So. Okay.
Okay, I got another flash.
So, Angel Donna. Still there. Still with me. Okay. This is what you need to know, Angel. And I need you to listen to me when I say this. Don't tell me how to talk. The microphone is right there. They can hear me just fine.
I know.
Listen to me.
I was just saying because Dominic was clickety-clacking.
What?
Stop. I know you want somebody to come through to tell you that everything will be okay, that everything will be all right. But you asking for that is asking for a confirmation of something that you already know deep within your heart. You know that everything will be okay for your sister. But it is you that you're concerned about. And that's okay. You are worried about the unknown. And while you try to have faith and keep your faith and your hope strong in the eyes of others, you feel yourself waning. This too is okay. But I must emphasize this. For you to listen. Listen to the things that your sister is saying. Listen to the things that your sister is telling you that she sees. Even though the things that she is telling you are scaring you, they should be comforting you. You with me so far? Angel, I feel your grief and your anxiety, your love, your anger, your rage, your confusion. But railing against God is not the answer. While this is a difficult time, and you know you never let anyone see those sides of you. It is incredibly important for you to know that love is the only currency that we take with us. And instead of spending this time angry and hurt and confused and anxious, all of these things, all of these feelings and emotions that you are experiencing right now are coming from a place of fear. We need you to shift into the place of love. Focus on your love. Because here's the thing, you're sensitive. You know what goes on. And you're asking for a confirmation of something that you already know. So why do that? Why waste your time and energy on something that you already know? Why are you letting your anger over the situation cloud your faith and cloud everything that you know? These are tricks of the dark one. This is spiritual deception at its finest, right? Because it is in our times of vulnerability, when we're facing an insurmountable obstacle, when we feel we are losing a loved one to what many people feel is the unknown. Those times of vulnerability, that is when we are usually get struck at. And forgive my rant. But what I know and what I feel about you is that on any other day, it would be you on this side of the screen, you on this side of the table, counseling someone else that's going through something similar. And so everything that I'm saying is something that you already know. And this something that you already know is built upon the foundation of your faith. And the only reason that you are railing and reeling from this situation is because it's close to home. And I hear you saying it should have been you. No. We all have our paths. But shift your focus to love. And I know that is no easy task. Trust me, I know this. Because when we're in the throes of it, when we feel we're at our weakest, when we feel we are broken, battered, tattered, this is the time when we feel like we have nothing left to give. But the beautiful part about that is that in our weakest hour, in our weakest moment, we are perfectly capable and perfectly strong in the eyes of God. Because it is through our weakness, that's where our strengths come through. When you release it, focus on the loving memories, the finishing things out from the place of love rather than fear. It's something that you need to do because many people are going to lean on you. And you know this. This is not something that is new to you. You are the strong one. You are the spiritual one. You are the faithful one. You are the dependable one. all of these adjectives that have been ascribed to you. I know I am spot on. Of course I'm spot on. All of these adjectives that have been ascribed to you are not by accident. They are adjectives that you worked diligently over the entire course of your life to attain for yourself and wear them like a badge of honor and a trophy. And so now is the time to really lean into that side of yourself. Because all of those adjectives were built upon the foundation of love. Do you understand? And while I know that, I want you to consider this a challenge from me to you, to lean into that side during this difficult time, to be that upright, just, faithful person that you have built yourself and your whole persona and your whole spiritual self, your soul, your spirit, and who you are. Now is the time to really embrace that and lean into it. Don't allow the dark whispers to lead you astray in this moment of weakness. Don't do it. You're stronger and you're smarter than that. Understand that the pain of loss is going to be there regardless, but it will be blunted by the force of your love. Does that make sense to you? When the time does eventually come, I am allowed to tell you this. I am not allowed to tell you when, where, how. But I am allowed to tell you that she will be greeted with glorious light and love. Loved ones who have long passed will be there. There will be no more pain. There will be no more tears. Only perfect love. Take comfort in that. Thank you. And you see, the whole point, Angel, is to not allow the, what's the word I am looking for? Embrace the pain with love. The pain is normal. The pain is us going through very human and natural yearning and almost, for lack of a better word, a selfish nature of us, that we want those that we love closest to us. But the irony is that once someone is on the other side, they are infinitesimally closer to us than they ever could be in the human form, in this realm. And so when the anger kicks in, that's your cue to switch over to love. consciously. I know you know how to do it, and I know it's not an easy request. But it's one that will make the whole process exponentially easier. Okay? You come sit. What are you doing? Come sit.
Okay.
Come sit.
Sorry about that, sir.
Okay. It was Angel that I was feeling.
And others.
And others. So does that make sense, Angel? Okay. Good. Good. I'm glad. And, you know, here's the thing. Just remember, the key is to recognize when those whispers are happening. Okay?
Keep it open.
Listen for the whispers. Easy on that.
I didn't.
Tell her to not do that.
Can you delete that message, please?
No, it's fine.
Yeah, just...
Tell them. To...
Okay.
So. Okay. And Angel, trust me when I say that all of us here, all of my family, and that includes my extended spiritual family, my soul family, I promise you we will pray in earnest for you and yours. And that's not only for healing for your sister, because that's always worth a shot, but healing for you and all those that are in pain through that time. Well, Kathy, I tell you what, if you are having visitation dreams every night, that is really a blessing. It really, really is. That's great. Because usually they only come around once in a while.
I can dream about you. Where'd that come from?
Ooh, we gotta get an ASCAP license.
Yeah, well, in order to get an ASCAP license.
Think about how impactful that would be.
It would be.
If that would be, you know what I mean? You could queue up.
Kind of going in and out of, like, as
in and
bumpers.
out of readings?
Yeah, bumpers, yeah.
Let me catch my breath for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay, so I wanted to actually, if you want to see
Better?
real music,
I'm better now.
you want to see
What
real,
was your wedding song? Who?
Us?
We don't have a wedding song.
No, we don't.
We have so many songs. I think for me, like, when I think about you, like, I have 2 songs. Like...
What? Okay, never mind.
Well, I can say them. I just get verklempt.
Oh, God.
God only knows.
Okay.
And how deep is your love?
How deep Is your net now? Like
A thimbleful.
Oh.
I kid.
See,
I
had a
kidding.
boo sound effect, but it disappeared.
But you know what? There's also that other song called "You're Breaking My Heart." You're tearing it apart. So
F you.
Yeah, no, say the F word because we don't want to get accidentally marked as children friendly.
Oh. Right.
Oh wow. Well,
Sing it, Dom.
and that's a Harry Nilsson song, by the way. That last one. He was the first one to ever put "fu" in a song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bee Gees.
For the
The
1970s.
Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees are. I love them. If you don't like the Bee Gees, you've
Can
got
I
to
tell
be
you
a
something?
nut.
Let me tell you something. Here's what happened before I came on, right? Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, just ain't like I'm take that Federal Trade Commission. Well, hey,
Katrina.
welcome, Katrina McGregor.
Welcome.
Well, we are definitely happy to have you
Your
on board
spiritual
here.
journey. Okay. Well, welcome.
Definitely glad to have you on board. You know, I was talking with the team here, and I said, you know, I am honor bound to do this, to come on here and do it. But there are some days where I'm just like, I don't know what it is, right? It's just like, you ever wake up and you had to go to work, but you didn't want to go to work, but you go anyway, right? Because that's what adults do. That's kind of what happens with me every now and then with this. It's work, right? It's something that I've got to do. I promised the big man upstairs. By the way, I say big man, but God is whatever it is your vision of God is, okay? But here's the thing. Whenever I get that feeling, I force myself to go on. Do you know why? Because whenever I do, every single time that I have that, there's a very significant message that comes through for someone. Mm-hmm. And so when I get that, it feels almost like the darkness is trying to stop me from delivering that incredibly potent message. And so, Angel, if you're still here, thank you. It took me a minute to kind of come back from it. Thank you for just being open and forthright the minute you came in. That helped me so much, you have no idea. Because it feels like, okay, now that weight has lifted, right? And, yeah, man. We are going to be praying for you and your sister. There's
Absolutely.
No doubt about that.
No. We will totally, everybody in our soul family, our light worker education family will be praying for you. And everybody on here, our viewers, will be praying for you too. And remember, we talk about God, but it's God is everything, everyone. There's only one God, and God is everywhere. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're at, like what religion, it doesn't matter. He is.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter.
Love is love.
Love is love. That's another message that I need people to understand.
If you take anything
Katrina,
away from
sorry.
this, yeah.
Okay, thanks. Maybe it's the next time I can get questions. What kind of questions were you wanting to answer? Hannah, I'm sorry. I didn't know what you were wanting. He was talking, so I couldn't interrupt him.
What's happening?
She asked about
I know
questions.
she's referring to the fact that I put up the PayPal link and it had the price. So
Well, that's a full card reading for $25. I know.
She's new. What's
new.
up? What's
I know.
up? What's going on?
No, she was like, okay, thanks. Maybe next time. I hope I didn't want her to leave.
Somebody's got a question. I
yeah.
want them to ask.
I'm pretty busy, but something made me take time out of today to watch. There was just this thing in my head, like, I have to go on.
Well, I hope.
Okay, Katrina.
That feels.
I can help you. Hang on to that. Angel, Well, Angel, that's a person who's listening to themselves, listening in their head, saying, you got that nagging push. It's the other side, pushing you, pushing you, pushing you. So thank you for taking that time out to do that, and hope that brings some comfort.
Ooh, 4. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Katrina.
4 years old, man. That's like that's a magical time. Especially like, cause they're now pretty thoroughly grounded here in this realm, but they can still remember before they came. And
It was Ozzy, guys.
what?
They're going back and forth on the song. Okay, go on.
And so, pay attention to the things that the 4-year-old says.
Me
But that's
and
more
my young
your
daughters
wheelhouse.
are sensitive, and 4-year-old is very gifted. Okay, how is she very gifted? So here's the thing. So from 3 to 7 years old is that magical window. And I have a lot of parents. I know this from personal experience because my oldest, who is sitting right next to me, the one who is the producer of the show, had a dual thing happen to him. So not only could he remember his past life, but he also had angels that, or guardian angels that were around him.
Mm-hmm.
That were very much a part of his life daily, to the point to where Justin had to say, look, you can talk to him, but not when we're in public, because it was, it looks like, he's having a conversation. So let's not use the word gifted, because the word gift, it means to have a Holy Spirit gift. Okay. Which is everybody does, but I want to kind of separate those from, just for the time being. Okay. I'm trying to help everybody kind of get acclimated, because everybody says, oh, I'm so gifted. Well, Holy Spirit gifts.
There's abilities and there's gifts.
There's abilities and there's gifts.
Right.
And everybody does have his Holy Spirit gift. Not just the 7 that they declare. Okay. There are many, many Holy Spirit gifts that are absolutely abundant, and there are so many that haven't even been discovered yet. And most people don't even want to say that, that it's a Holy Spirit gift. But there, of course, are some Holy Spirit gifts that are a little bit more in need and dire for somebody. But most of all, at that age,
Dominic,
they're very,
are you paying
very
attention?
ability. Dominic, pay attention, please.
Okay, yes, I see that now.
Yo.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, hold on a second.
That's
Give me a
fine.
minute.
Anyway, keep going. Keep saying your
Good,
piece.
bruh. Okay. So here's the thing. Abilities.
Whoa. Okay. We're gonna have to figure this out. We're gonna get to the bottom of this one.
So
Okay.
abilities are important because they are a manifestation that could possibly go away at the age of 7. Okay. So they do see energy. It is not uncommon for children from 2, to see a spirit and talk to a spirit, and especially, a loved one that's passed, and talk to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, right, Denise? Yeah, it's taken me a minute here just to Denise is like, proud of you, Roseanne. I needed that, Denise. Thank you. Sheathing my tongue. It doesn't help when I still see it over here.
I know,
Yeah, it's
but
still-
there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, but
We'll have to
that's
take
the
that
real
off.
chat, isn't it?
No, it's not.
No, the chat's over here.
Okay. So,
We're gonna end up taking that off. I don't like that because I end up getting cut off if I lean this way, and I'm like, I just
okay. she's very unique. She talks spirit. She remember I died, mommy, but I can't. But I came back to you.
Not unheard of.
Not unheard of, love. Not unheard of. And here's the thing. I have goosebumps on that because Katrina, I think that you should know that if she is telling you that, take that in as a gift of love from the other side. Because when women, choose to use their right to do that, it's very, very, there's some women in life who don't have regrets about that, but we all know that that choice was given to us, but it's a hard choice to make. So please know that that's like God saying to you, I forgive you. Yeah. Because and God's saying to that child, she's going to do good things. She's a special one. She's going to go spread God's message.
That's how it works. Yep. And the first message that she gives is to her mother, saying, hey, it's cool. Essentially, right? Yeah. Alright.
Listen. I have said this before. That it's if anybody has read Justin's book, and in the end, and you can find it on Amazon, and I highly suggest that you guys go and get it, because there is a parallel with you in that sense, as far as how you were born out of a situation. Now Katrina obviously is not, obviously she's not your mother, so I see that,
It's okay, Katrina, you're fine. Nothing to be anxiety riddled.
No.
Here. Because listen, we can't help.
I mean, just what, why are you anxious? I mean, I'm curious to know. I know. Well, look at
you're killing
look
people.
at Sergio.
I know.
Because I'm curious to know, what was your reaction when she said that to you? Kathy, take deep breaths.
I know, right? Hit a breathing treatment or something. Be alright.
Oh.
I know. I know.
I'm curious because I want to know what she thought when she said it to her. Because, when Dominic told me about his past life, and just tonight, I put something on Amazon. Not Amazon, I was watching Netflix. And it was, which brother was it? Scott Kelly? Is it Scott Kelly? The one that went to space for a year? Remember? Which one was it? Yeah. not Dominic.
Oh, not him again, is it? Shut up.
Poor.
Come on, ban Jonathan.
It's alright. Got him. Of course, trolls tonight, man. Think about it. Sergio.
Thinking about the message
Think
that
about
you
the
just
message
gave
that I
right
just
before.
delivered.
You know what I find funny is Jonathan has been a known offender on this page. That was like months ago. So the point that he's still carrying on to that we
Well,
suck.
he's doing Darkness's job, trying to distract.
Darkness is going to lurk, guys.
That's what happens, man.
Might start firing up that.
It's all good. No,
That stuff,
you can't
Dana.
stop the light.
No, and that's what it's all about. It was the message that he gave earlier to Angel, and of course, you know, when
Here it
we
comes. It
come
gets
out
angry.
in big numbers like that, guess what happens? Darkness don't like it. So well, I remembered your name because I put it with the song. That's why. I'm like Michael Scott. So, I didn't see if Savannah, I know, Katrina never said why her anxiety is so high. And so, yeah. Savannah is right. When you grow in light, darkness tries to counteract it in any way. You carry that guilt daily. So,
Well, the message was meant to remove that guilt.
right, that's my point. That's what I'm trying to tell you is it's meant to tell you that, Mommy, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm here because it's a blessing. You're forgiven.
Yeah.
Look at me when I tell you that. And please take that in. She told that to you. You heard it. Accept it. Because that is the hardest part as a mother. She did. And that's but the beautiful part is God's like, and this child will be blessed.
Mm-hmm.
She will be blessed. She will be blessed.
What the fuck?
Dominic.
Look at the comments.
Dominic. I have a funny suspicion of who it is. So, don't carry the guilt with you daily. Now, turn to her and, and just enrich her. I mean, I'd love to talk to you more about it, because listen, with, Dominic, I mean, his abilities as, when he was young and remembering, his past life, but, it's important. It's very possible. Now, I also want to tell you that so here's some of the ground rules for children at that age. Okay? It's very important that when they start to tell you something, that you just take it in very calmly. Try not to react with emotion. But make sure they understand that you're listening to them and say, really? Okay. And when you ask them a question that is not leading. Okay. So meaning to say, like, it has to be very, kind of cut and dry. So for instance, Dominic asked me, we were in the pool and I was saying this earlier, but the trolls got on. So I was watching the Netflix show with the guy who stayed in space for a year. And as soon as they cut to him in the pool training for spacewalking, I said to Justin, I was like, look at that. The first time Dominic ever told me anything, he was 3 and he was in the pool with me. It was summertime. And he goes, Mommy, this is how they train for space, to walk in space in the pool. And now I'm going to be blunt with you. I don't like anything that is space. I don't like science. Okay. I'm not a science person. Okay. I don't watch the Science Channel, math and science, but I mean, forget it. No, I have no interest in it. So, you know, I'm all about music and, you know, that, but no Science Channel. So he would have no clue about that. So when I said, this is how I responded to him, of course, inside I'm thinking, what, you know, but there were other glimpses before this big revelation, you know, that, you know, he had before, but he couldn't articulate it because when they're so young, they have a hard time articulating how they see and feel energy. That is the most important part, you know, that you have to take home with you. So that's why responding to them in a way that's not leading and keeping anything that they might be remotely interested in. So like, yeah, Justin was a psychic medium, but we never spoke about that around him at any age. He did not really learn that that Justin was a psychic medium and spoke with the dead until he was 8. So, and then by then his guardian angels had pulled back. So what you need to do is, so how I responded to Dominic was, really, I go, wow. I go, so how did you, what do you mean? Like in the pool? He's like, how, you mean walk in space? That's what how I followed it up. And he's like, how did you walk in space? And he was like, you know, with that thing that comes out of your back.
Report each one. Don't get his whole Google account banned.
Yeah.
So
Don't
that's how you
report.
That's how you respond. Okay. So you want to make sure it's like, wow. Now what they'll do is they'll kind of like, if you start to ask too many questions, but they're not leading, you don't want to give them kind of the answer. You just want to say, oh, really? That's interesting. Yeah, they are. It's Geo. And so, you know, that way it will keep it clean, you know, the information you get, and document their journey. But also too, when you kind of push them for a lot of information, they usually will pull back. There's a time and a place. They'll pull back and then they'll start to kind of go off on a different tangent. But what's important is that all parents who have children who have abilities, or, you know, have, you know, that can feel energy, that are super sensitive, you know, to things, it's important for you to know that they are not able to articulate it in the best way possible. And it ebbs and flows. There'll always be, just like with anybody who has energy. Anybody who can read energy.
Hit a nerve, though. Hit a nerve.
Wow. Totally. Hey, Kristen. How? Welcome.
Hilarious. You know, it's some 13-year-old or 14-year-old somewhere.
Actually, I don't think so.
Yeah. Maybe.
Remote view. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, it's just the same person that keeps changing their name. But I'm not going to repeat it again. All right, let's get going. Let's kind of change the energy. So, Katrina, if you want to message me, we can talk if you like. I'd like to hear more about your children, and anybody who has children with abilities who are younger, I definitely would like to hear more about it, because I think that it's important to help children, to help them along and to help them, identify what's going through, what stage they're going through. Because thank you, Sammy. That's what I need somebody to remote view. Yeah, so neuro. Dumb Americans, Sammy, that's who. Ignorant.
They report each and every one for hate speech.
Hate speech, too.
Yeah.
Remember,
destroy this guy's whole life.
Remember, folks, that when you want to come on and troll, that energy that you're putting out is only going to come back to you. So,
yeah,
just remember
well,
it.
Here's the thing: he's just projecting.
That sadness in him.
It's sadness, because what I see is an abused little boy that's abused emotionally and physically. In fact, the physical abuse is the only attention that he gets. And so it breaks my heart, but I can't have you coming in here and disrupting. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of angst and sadness there. So,
Yeah, I mean, it's not. So, okay.
It's a cry for help.
Anyway.
I'm going to get you the help you need, homie.
Yeah.
I'll give him the help that he needs, like Rick James got when he kicked mud on the couch. I gave him help. He won't be doing that again. It's all good.
Wow, you actually spelled guilty correct?
Wow.
Okay, so if we can get everybody to collectively, let's shift, pivot. Is that you?
Yeah, it was me accidentally.
Okay, so.
Boy, that one message, man. Wowee. It called in some anger, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about the crazy?
Okay. So. Okay, so Vapor and Neuro know each other from another group.
Cool. That's cool.
Well, everybody's reporting them apparently.
Well, here's the thing. They don't just block the screen name now. They kill your whole Google account.
Yep.
So your Gmail, anything in your drive, everything goes bye-bye.
So
if he's on his parents' Google account is gonna go bye-bye.
or his school one.
Or his school stuff, bye-bye. I doubt he's too worried about school though. I ain't worried about it, man. It's very clearly.
No, it's just because when you start giving good messages and positive love messages coming through, hate is always going to come through. It's going to come and counteract it. Yeah, so we got our light worker education students on it. So, it's all good. Anyway, if you're new and to our channel, please make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. If you guys like Justin's message from earlier, if you are wanting to hear from a spirit tonight, please let the spirit from the other side know that you want to hear from them. Okay? You know, talk to them, tell them that, hey, come to Justin. Open, you know, you got to be open, and you definitely got to be positive. There you go.
Apple pie and drinking tea.
There you go. Summer.
Very nice.
A raspberry. Yep. So do that. And as well, if anybody is wanting to get a card reading, a full card reading, you can, you know, do a card reading. If you're wanting to do that. If you want, we're seeing who's coming through right now. Just so you got to get that energy up so that way we can get somebody in here after that. And thank you, Tracy, for the lovely tip and donation. Thank you, love. Marlena, hello, welcome. Okay, Marlena. So remember, if you guys are here for the first time, I'm Roseanne Cardoza. I'm his wife. This is Justin Cardoza. He's a psychic medium, professional psychic medium. Make sure you please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified when we go live again. We normally go live every Saturday night, guys. Okay? And in addition to that, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. It's so important you guys hit the thumbs up. And go and like our, you know, Facebook page and Instagram. It's all linked below. So if you are wanting to hear from a spirit, there's lots of people who can't, you know, this is our Give Back Saturday night. And that Give Back is for spirit messages only. Okay? Because not everybody can pay for a private reading with Justin.
Well, yeah. No,
right.
Absolutely
And,
not.
you know, just, you know, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. But a private reading with Justin, if you do want to, if you're interested in getting a private reading with Justin, he doesn't work on a time limit at all. At all. That's the beautiful thing. He goes and goes until the spirit is done talking. And it could be an hour, it could be 2 hours, it could be 3 hours. It doesn't, he's going until, you know, it's kind of like a walk down memory lane, you know. So that there was somebody on here earlier. I don't want to blow her spot up. I don't want to mention her name, but she got a, you know, a reading before. There's lots of you who actually Sammy is on here. That's how she came on here, wanting to know about. She went to 3 other psychic mediums. She wanted to know how to know they were fake. She ended up, and Natasha's another one. Our Australian mates we love. They came on here asking, and they both got private readings from Justin. Sammy's reading went for like 3 hours. It was insane. So as Justin's connecting right now, somebody is coming through. Thank you. Everybody who's liked, make sure you gotta give the thumbs up because it's important. And yeah, as we go. I'm gonna shut the door. Definitely don't need that. Beth Lejeune. Oh, you can call me out when it's fine. Okay, I didn't want to do that. Beth got a private reading with Justin. Beth knows. Beth was like, I mean, how long was your reading for, Beth? So I mean, it was long, right? So, yeah. Aw, Ima. See? That's exactly right. Oh, Lint truffles, yes. Yeah, 2 hours. 2 hours for a private reading. See? And that's because she had gotten a reading with another psychic before and was like a 30-minute reading and they're watching the clock. That's not how it should be. You got to go, Justin Zamato, he's got to make it count for you. Mm-hmm. And he tells the spirits that because it's important that you guys get the message. So, thank you everybody for being patient. I'm just looking at all the topics here about truffles. The grand ball, Dominic calls the white ones, the white. Well, thank you, Marlena. He gets the white truffle ones, the lint.
Oh, yeah, those
he calls them,
ones.
the white ones. He calls them the grand ballrooms. I don't know why. It's something that he came up with like when he was like 5.
Well, they're classy, that's why.
They're classy, that's why.
What?
Tom.
Oh my gosh, okay. Alrighty, let's see.
Okay, so hang tight, folks. Justin's got somebody coming in. Savannah, those are my favorite.
So this feels like a grandfather figure coming through. But it feels like this is a grandfather figure who would have been in the service and like a tanker, like a... Because what I feel like is he was a mechanic that would work on tanks. Feels like a mechanic that's working on a tank.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like a grandfather or father figure coming through. Yeah. So I'm getting he's making reference. I don't know if this is his name or a name of someone similar, close to him, or who he's trying. I don't know, but I'm getting like the initial R. Okay, and the number 17 associated with it as well. So it's grandfather figure, or it feels like grandfather figure. Feels older.
So, Rachel, more info, please. Okay, so here's how Justin works. He does not work on anybody else's time. Okay, he's going as fast as the spirits go. So if you're attuned like to watching other psychic mediums who just or if you watch TV like Long Island Medium, all that stuff is edited. So please know that there are specific verifications, like he's going to give clues and you're going to have to verify them. Okay, so he's working as fast as he can and he's only going to give what he gets until that stuff is verified or validated, excuse me, is the word. Yeah, just be open. Military tank, what? Mechanic?
Grandfather figure coming through feels like is obviously he was like a mechanic because I see it like working on a tank of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
And the number 17 and the initial R.
Right. So 17 could be a day of, you know, the week or day, you know, a month or whatever, like, you know, day in
Hey, what's up,
whatever.
Tina?
Hey, Tina. So
the 17's got it hit like there's some sort of I don't know
or
if
a
it's
birthday or an
an
anniversary
or a birthday
right.
Or anniversary. Something with the number 17. Don't know. I'm just seeing the number 17. Now.
Hi, reaction. Welcome. Well, that's good, Tina. I'm so glad you guys could join us. You guys, make sure if you're new and you're logging on, make sure you hit the subscribe button, okay? And the bell. I know a lot of people are just kind of like, they subscribe for the minute just because we say so, and then they describe. No, come on now. Have a little bit more gratitude for what Justin's doing. So, subscribe and hit the bell. And also, give us a thumbs up. Go and give us a thumbs up as he's getting more information.
So, look, he's making reference to, like, not being able to be there for a wedding.
Mm-hmm. So he sees who's all responding, but he'll feel
Hey,
it.
Savannah.
Connect.
Yeah, listen, Savannah. Don't hold back. If things are making sense for you, because I'm not getting it click anywhere. But this is what I'm saying. I'm getting grandfather, military, tank mechanic, letter R, the number 17, and a feeling of not being able to be there for a wedding. Like there's a feeling of I wish I was there for the wedding.
But Justin also has to have that click. It's like kind of like a seatbelt click. You know, he knows from the energy that he's getting, and
yeah, but Savannah, remember it's got to be everything, right? So like the R name, the number 17. Oh, as I'm saying it, she types it. And the 17. Where is that at? I'm trying to get him to give me something very specific.
Mm-hmm.
What? Alright, so he's showing me a pink Care Bear. I don't know which one it is. But it's a pink Care Bear.
I'm laughing at Neuro's comment. Mm-hmm. Is it a Care Bear or is it a teddy bear?
I'm just giving what I'm getting, man.
Sure,
I'm seeing
I
the
know.
pink. I'm seeing the pink Care Bear.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think it's the pink one with like a rainbow in the belly.
That would be a Care Bear.
Yeah.
It's an actual bear.
Yeah, see, look, I mean, they show me, I give exactly what I'm seeing, like, especially if it's not a symbol that I typically get, right? And if it's something that's outside of my realm of reference, they're going to try to use something that's close to it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's not going to get specifics as far as if it's Cheer Bear Care. I mean, he just knows that Care Bears are different colors and have
Like different symbols
Yeah.
in the belly. Yeah, don't know I don't know the Care Bears.
no.
I would cop to it if I did, but I just,
Right.
past a breathing trouble. I want to say like an emphysema type of thing, but there was like breathing trouble. So lung trouble is what was one of the leading causes of passing. So it feels like a chain smoker. So guys, like, if it makes sense, right? Like, I'm not just one. All of these things have to hit. So when you go in there, just say bang, 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 bang. You know, give me the quick rundown as to what all makes sense.
Susan.
And Susan, where's the R name and the military? That all makes sense. See, sometimes it takes a minute, man, to get that one thing. I'm with you, Susan. I'm with you, Susan. I'm with you, Susan. Because I was just about to say, did he go by, what I got was like Ray Ray. And she said, as soon as that came in, I saw that. I'm with Susan. Without a doubt. Well, now, Sergio, we live in a different day and time now. Come on now. I mean... I understand where you're coming from, because that's kind of how my mind works too. But, you know, we have to be understanding and, you know. I suppose, yeah, Susan for sure, man. For sure.
Now, Susan, do you want to call in?
Kind of fuzzy, so hang tight on that.
Okay.
We don't even have that up.
Oh, we don't have it up. That's
We
right.
don't have that up. Yeah, like as soon as she, like, I got, it was weird. It was like Ray Ray, and I saw her pop up Ray. So okay. Yes to calling in, or. Calling.
You have to open up. You got to go into your Chrome window and open up Voice, and then switch it to Puff Studios.
Alrighty.
I just got to turn it on for a second. It's hot in here.
Yeah. Just put something in front of the door. It's up. What's the phone number? 9.
Is it in the right one? In the right account?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the right account.
Okay.
91. Oh yeah, Dominic. Or Dad. Justin has it. Yeah, he has it.
There it is.
Oh, can I have my... Where the heck are my earphones so I can hear it? I just have my earphones. Watch out. Wait, Justin.
Okay, that's enough of that.
I don't turn. All right, here we go, folks.
All right, there we go. Cool.
It's funny, a whole bunch of people left. They're like, oh, it's not for me. I'm out. Bam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't care. It's fine.
I know. It's just so selfish.
Huh?
That's sad.
It's not a magic trick, dude. I mean, you know, I can't help who comes through.
You.
Yeah. I know. How come I'm not hearing that? There we go. Hello.
Hi, Justin. Hi, Roseanne. This is Susan.
Hi,
Hey, Susan. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate it. And
Hey,
I
I
know,
watch you all the time. You two are great.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you so much. And thank you for acknowledging the Ray as he's telling me Ray. But for some reason it was coming through as like Ray. No. And I don't know if that's just like a weird thing that is in my mind for him to get that through. But yeah, so it's like a grandfather figure. I had the military connection, the 17. And just to recap, how does all of this make sense for you?
My dad was in the military. He was a mechanic. My mom and dad's anniversary is January 17th. He missed my daughter's wedding, his granddaughter's wedding.
Okay.
What else was there?
I think
There
that
was something else that raised...
the Care Bear?
Yeah, the Care Bear.
The Care Bear I'm off with, but everything else I think it was pretty much spot on.
Yeah, the minute you said Ray, I felt it go click. So the Care Bear, what I would do is tell you this. Hang on to that piece of information because it may come to you later on, or it might make sense later on. Like, oh yeah. Right. Let me reestablish connection here. And he's making a reference to a drink. Like, it went from like vodka to a gimlet. I don't.
Well, there is a vodka gimlet.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Which I never get drink references, so that one I'll leave with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
didn't know.
I know
that
what
makes
else.
Sense.
Yeah, it was the breathing. He had very
right.
bad emphysema at the end. Yeah, he was very bad. Yeah, very heavy smoker at one time.
Okay.
That's okay. Those little nuggets of information, like the bear and the vodka gimlet, those to
that
me
might come later on.
Like, you know,
like,
when you're,
oh my God.
and then, oh my God, it'll, you know, I call it psychic amnesia.
Right.
And I feel like right now, I don't know what he's trying to reference, but it feels like he's taking me on a tour of this house. So I feel like I'm going down a hallway, and there's a child's room off to the right, and in the room, there's like toys all along the edges of the walls, but there's an old-fashioned like Red Ryder rocking horse, with the springs in that room. So he's showing, like, I feel like I'm on a tour of this house, and I don't know what he's trying to show me specifically, but I'm just giving you what I'm seeing.
Right. No, I had a one of them rocking horses when I was little.
Okay. So this is probably this is his trip down memory lane with you, showing that this is him. It's a very unique way of him doing it. I've got to tell you.
Yeah.
It's very visual. Very visual.
It might be because I was mad at him because he gave my horse away.
Okay, so he's making reference to that horse. That was the main thing jumping out at me. Because it's like, as I'm looking around the room, it keeps drawing me back to that horse. And I'm like, okay. But
yeah, that was my favorite horse.
Okay. See, normally, so here's a little inside baseball for you. So usually when I'm doing a reading, they will show me a specific image, and it's just that image. Like, hey, mention this. He brought me in. It felt like I was walking down a relatively narrow hallway of bedrooms. There's like 2 bedrooms on this side and one here and a bathroom. And then it's like he was like giving me a tour. And then I go in, and it felt like I walked in and I could look around, but it just kept drawing me back to that horse. But I see a bed, and I see all these toys and stuff, and I'm just like, whoa. So that definitely interesting.
It's a cool visual.
Yeah, definitely. And he's basically saying hi. It feels like he's got a list of people that he doesn't want to forget. He wants to say hi to it feels like the person who would have the wedding albums, because it feels like they were just looking through wedding albums and reminiscing about this.
Right.
Okay. Also, he's making reference to either a Jimmy or a Johnny. There's a J sounding name in there that he's making reference to. And who is the person that is known for making, I don't know if it's like biscuits or muffins or like baked goods?
Oh, his mother. It'd be my grandmother.
Okay.
She was an awesome baker. She would make a lot of biscuits.
Okay, so who's got her, like somebody is using her recipes or close to it? Or really?
I use some of them, yeah.
Okay, because he's making reference to the fact that there's this sense of pride of like this heirloom dish or heirloom recipes being passed down. I'm trying to interpret, because he's very visual, not so much feeling wise. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, I am. working with
Yes,
what
I
he
have.
gives
I
me.
have both. I
Okay.
have both of hers. I have recipes and I have this certain dish.
Okay,
Well, dishes. I have a few of them,
gotcha.
and I was just talking about one tonight with my daughter.
Okay, so the reason that would be why he would be bringing that up. It's showing that
Yeah.
he's there in the here and now and seeing what's going
Right.
on. Okay.
Affirming that. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. My daughter and I was just talking about that about a couple hours ago.
Yeah, that's how it works. It's him letting you know that he was there for that conversation. He also is telling me to let you know that he's the one who knocked over the thing off the mantle or whatever. There's something high that fell,
Yes,
and I'm
a couple
working
days
on-
ago.
Yeah, it was him trying to get your attention.
You just gave me goosebumps.
Yeah. Whatever it was, I think it's not in my data bank up here because I just feel that it feels almost like a cat, you know, where they go, think, knock.
Yep. Yeah, it was pretty loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 2 or 3 days ago.
It was him. Now, one thing that he is wanting to say specifically, it feels like to you, is that you were always the one out of anybody that he spoke with that was always very honest and forthright with him. He's
Yeah, my
making me
dad and I
feel
talked a lot.
yeah, he's making me feel like everybody else had this level of they call it respect, but he's like really it felt is more of a feeling of a fear, like everyone's scared of him and scared of how he would react to things, and you were never like that. You always were very forthright and very much like him, he's telling me.
Yeah.
And he wants to let you know, because he's saying this, that he never told you specifically how proud he was of you. Like he was never the type to really get that emotion across. He would say it in other ways, but he never really just came out and looked you in the eye and said, I am so incredibly proud of you. He would tell you things. He's given me this image of telling, listen, you're strong, you're smart, you could do whatever. Go kill it, you know, knock it dead. Like rah-rah. Very rah-rah type of thing, but never just a heartfelt discussion
You got
of
that
how
right.
much he loves you. And how much how proud he is of you, okay? And he's wanting to take that time right now to deliver that to you.
Yeah, he was my dad, and I was a daddy's girl, and I'm the only girl, and so yeah, him and I done a lot with him. You know, it was one of them wherever daddy goes, I was sure to follow.
Right, yeah. Yeah, and he's so used to rah-rah, but
Yeah.
he's like you needed, and he feels like he never delivered just a soft, sincere moment. There was never a question as to his love for you.
No, I never questioned it.
And he's thankful for that, because he's like, you know, a lot of people misunderstood him. You know that. A lot of people A lot of people misunderstood him.
Yeah,
Like-
he was a good dad.
But in interactions with him, what he's telling me is that a lot of people misunderstood him. You never did.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
And he hears you when you talk to him. Still. Okay.
I talk to him a lot. Yeah. I talk to him a lot.
And he's joking around like, you're never bothering me. Because he's like, there's times where you'll be like, look, I know I'm bothering you again, but, and then you go on
Yep.
with it. He's like, look, you're never bothering me. Don't ever say that. And you know when he's around, you feel him. You feel his energy.
feel him. Yeah,
So this is,
I do.
Yeah, it's he's just using me as like, it really feels just kind of matter of fact. Look, she knows when I'm around. I just wanted to take an opportunity to use you to like actually communicate direct.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I also smell like a cigarette. Like a,
Yeah. He's got
you
it.
know how when,
It's a common
when-
thing. Very common.
yeah. Yeah.
And I find usually people who smoked like Marlboros or Marlboro Lights really come through strong. Because
yeah.
Marlboro Lights are just an unmistakable cigarette smell. It may not have been
Right.
his, but just, I don't know, maybe that's just us. But, whew, man.
That's our like that's our
Yeah, that's like my signal.
Yeah, it
you
is.
know.
Yeah, I smell that often.
And he's wanting to take a moment to say happy birthday to someone. Someone's got a birthday coming up. For me, when they show me the birthday cake, that's their way of saying happy birthday. And so usually that means that there's a birthday that has either just passed or is coming up. And it's usually like a window of approximately 30 days from today, forward or backwards.
Yes, just passed.
Okay. And he's got a German Shepherd with him.
Oh, yeah.
But one thing that he wants to let you know is like when he passed, there was no pain.
Good.
There was no pain. It's like a question that you secretly had that you never
Yes.
verbalized. He's answering it for you. There was no pain. It was quick. It looked like what he's saying is it from your end. It looked like it was longer than what it was.
Yes.
Okay, it was very, very quick. But it was drawn out on this end. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very drawn out.
But yeah, there was no pain. It was 1, 2, 3.
Good. I always wondered that.
And he's like, what else? What else? What else? What else? He's like trying to address the concerns. He's like telling me there's concerns she's had that she never verbalized to anyone. So he's like, what else? What else?
oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, and yes, that was him in the visitation dream that you had. It was him. Okay.
What?
Yes.
I just had that too, just the same night that I heard the knock. Actually, I believe it was that same knock. That same night. It was just 2, 3, 4 days ago.
Yeah, well,
It was probably 3 to 4 days ago. Yes.
yeah, he's been waiting for this opportunity. So yeah,
Yes, I hardly ever dream about him, and he came in my dream.
it was him. It was him.
Ah, yes. That makes me so happy.
It's more confirmation for you that he's there, that
Yeah.
he's around, because that dream you were like, you weren't sure. It felt like
Yes.
him, but like you don't want to be that guy,
Yes.
right? Like, you don't want to be like a kook, like, oh, everything is no, and you've got a healthy level of open-minded skepticism, which I applaud. I want everybody to have that because I'm that way. But no, don't talk yourself out of it. It was definitely him coming through in that dream.
Good.
So again, now he's like, okay, what else? What else? What else?
Yes. That's so crazy because that was just a few days ago too.
That's awesome.
That gave me goosebumps.
That's good. That's good.
Thank you, Sarah Beth.
Okay, I don't know what this is, but he is. I feel like I'm in a garage, not like a professional garage, like a garage in a house, and like, I don't know, like soaking up oil on the floor, and I don't know what this means. I don't know what the reference is to. Like if he was changing oil on a car and some of it spilled. I don't know. I'm just giving you what I'm getting at the moment. What he's showing me.
He's been a mechanic all of his life.
Okay.
So he's probably spilt many oils.
Okay. Maybe that's
Yeah.
just his way of trying to be extra visual, rather than giving me my image of a wrench, No, he's giving me the whole shebang.
Yes. And he always smelled like oil or diesel oil. Or
Okay.
he worked on semis. He worked at home. He done it all his life.
Okay. So that makes sense.
Home and
All right,
business.
cool. Perfect. All right. Perfect. He's sending his love to you. Usually they do that by, like, in my mind, like showing me like roses and stuff. But he's like, nah, she's not wild about roses. And so he shows the roses and he's like, nah, not really. So he's like, here's a box of chocolate instead.
Yeah.
Box of chocolates.
I would take the chocolates.
Yes.
Yeah.
So specific. I love that.
Yeah, that is really good because I always told him that roses don't last very long, so don't ever, send me roses or anything.
But you know what? Either does chocolate.
No, that does not.
Right.
But that means it's good,
It's
and you
good,
just don't
right.
watch it go.
Right.
Yeah, at least you get something from it.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, he's just confirming for you, like, just to reinstate and reassure. That's the word I'm looking for. Sorry, to reassure you that all of those things are him. That it's not anything like ooky spooky or like to have you questioning the smell of cigarettes. Him. He's saying he won't knock stuff over anymore. All right. Now that you're aware, and is mainly to get your attention that it's him. But yeah.
Yeah,
He's
definitely got my attention that moment.
and that was
Made
the
me
point.
jump.
That was the point of the dream, right? Is to like, hey, hello, now you know, and you're just when he's around, then just acknowledge him. Bada bing. There you go. It's
Yeah.
like, hey,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
And he's pulling my energy. He's pulling his energy back from me, but I feel like it's connecting to you, and it's like transferring to you. So I wouldn't be. Don't be surprised if you're feeling him around you, because he's showing me himself giving you a hug, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like, I feel like his energy would be like draped around you. Okay.
Yeah.
Not something that I get often. So.
Yeah, I was definitely a daddy's girl.
That's awesome.
I missed him. Yeah.
Well, he's
Yes.
there. He's there. He's there for you.
Yep, I feel him because that's the reason why I talk to him all the time. So I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for hanging in with me. I know it took a minute for me to get it, but I really appreciate you. Thank you. And thanks for tuning in every week.
I know.
Really
She's a
appreciate
long
you.
time
I
viewer.
know, man.
Long time
know.
viewer.
Yes, I enjoy watching you both.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. It means a lot. It means a lot to me. It really does. Thank you.
Yep, I'll continue next Saturday too. So thank you both so much.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a
good
great
one.
Thanksgiving.
You too. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Okay.
So, thank you, Susan. That was beautiful.
That was good. So, all right.
Yeah. So, if you are just tuning in, you just saw Justin give a reading to Susan. This is a nice, that is a nice visit that Susan got.
Yeah, definitely.
Susan is actually, she's a regular, she's actually a regular, like she's always, wanting, she's very in tune with her spiritual self and her spiritual journey. So it just makes sense that, because remember I remember you read her like a year ago privately, and then
Did I?
Yeah, and then
I'm
she's
sorry,
like she's
Susan. I'm sorry. Look, guys, I've read. I ain't kidding. I've read
Susan,
thousands of people. So some of them,
he's
some
not
of them
jogging
I'm
his
not.
brain right now, Susan. I'll tell him when we get off. Because you go by two different last names on here. That's why.
Oh, maybe that's what it is, dude. Hey, look, man. When I'm in the zone,
I know.
When I'm in the zone,
yeah.
I'm just,
He's
I'm
reading
going,
energy.
man.
He's reading energy. Yeah.
I'm going.
So I don't say anything because it's on YouTube.
That's
so
exactly
welcome
right,
to
yeah.
all our
Yeah,
there's new
everybody
people
is new.
came
Thanks
on.
for subscribing, by the way.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I
and if
know,
anybody
Heather,
loves
welcome back.
what Justin is
gosh.
doing, if you want a card reading, hit the PayPal button. It's $25 for a full card reading. If not, if you don't want to, if you want to give a love donation to Justin because you love what he's doing, spending all this energy trying to give you back the spirits, you can also hit the PayPal button and give a love donation to Justin as well. That would be wonderful. So,
Okie doke.
wow, that was like, thank you to all, Susan. I love the horse though. It was such a nod to you, Susan, and on a lot of different levels. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it was just like his nod to you. Not just about the children. Like what happened with. I just thought that's so deep for her.
But okay, so obviously you know what's going on more than I do.
Yeah, I've given her several card readings. So
Okay,
yeah.
so in all clarity, I have no clue what's going on right now with what you're saying.
Yeah, and I've told you, like,
my
but it's
point
already
is
see
this.
how he doesn't.
point
It's
is
in
this,
and
though.
out, like right.
I have to be that way.
I know.
Because
I know.
that is how... And don't take offense, guys. Don't take offense to that. I have to be that way because that's how I keep the information from not bleeding over into other people's readings. And yeah, because look, that's a very real, very human thing to do. You know, and
I know. It's about keeping like static energy, but also keeping it clean. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
it's about keeping the you know, and even though there was like a relatively short message, Susan is like very, like I said, she's very in tune with herself spiritually. So it's like he's been around all week, just lurking and getting, and I find that to be comforting. Some people get freaked out by that, but I think it's totally comforting, you know. And you know, it just shows you love never dies, folks. Love never dies.
Love is the currency that carries forward.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, Heather, you know, here's the thing. I know you've been waiting a long time for your loved ones to come through. And, you know, I wish I had answers as to why some people, you know, it's, you have, one, you have to be open. Two, you know, there's also a level where it's complicated on the other side, you know. They have to be cool with him.
There's a lot of factors.
There's a lot of factors involved. It doesn't mean that you'll never get a reading.
No.
It just doesn't mean it's this moment, you know, or at, you know, this time. But the most important thing that you can do is pray and talk to them. And I've told you this before, and I say this to everyone. You have to pray and talk to them. Talk to them. Here, Susan was talking. She talks to her father all the time. But they definitely, you have to be open. And they have to be open with Justin. Like, you know, because some people don't jive. That's another thing, too. Some people may not have reference. They might see, like, his book of, like, information, his knowledge, his memories. And people
I've
like,
had spirits look in my book and go, oh, dear, no, I don't. No,
I don't have nothing
anything in common.
And that's why you're like the tragic medium. Yeah,
So,
right, exactly.
okay.
So there's a varying degree. And that's the thing with psychics and especially psychic mediums. They are specialized. There are specialized fields that there are certain psychic mediums work in.
A lot of psychic mediums don't even realize they have a specialty. You know what I'm saying?
No. But you're not a sunshine and lollipops one either. No. He's not a training wheels one. He's not any of that. You know, because we don't work on the surface.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Susan.
Yeah, and look, Heather, I mean, look.
I was going to ask you, Heather, or Susan, are you getting those recipes you were talking about tonight with your daughter? Are you going to cook those for Thanksgiving? I didn't want to interrupt the reading because if they were just talking about that, you know.
Yeah, it's his way of showing that, and you know we've had that happen a lot. That happens a lot, right?
Yes.
It's their way of showing when they're there. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, we were just talking about that earlier. They were there.
Yep.
You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then she had the
and he's just like he was just a very, very visual though. Very visual.
I love that. That's awesome.
If only we could invent like a helmet, you know, where it could like project what I'm seeing.
I know.
Dude.
I know.
If someone could perfect that without it like actually piercing my dome though, you know, just like electrodes and then it could like show
with
up.
needles, I think you should do it. If there were needles, even if
How about we put needles in your dome?
Okay, well, not talk about me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
but
wasn't
I mean,
much
if
of a
there was
talker.
nothing-
Yeah, he's
if
just
there
like,
was
yeah,
numbing,
come
though.
look this out.
Yeah, but that's brilliant, though. See, he knew exactly how to communicate. That is, and that's another thing, too, is that when they cross over, spirits have to learn how to communicate. I mean,
it's a different way.
It's a totally different way of communicating. So, you know, it's important to be patient, you know. So the fact that he was visual, I mean, that's fantastic. He knew he wasn't much of a talker. And again, that's that personality trait that follows them from, you know, from life to over.
Yeah,
they
there's
always
always
present
some.
that
Yeah,
personality
definitely.
trait. So, well, I mean, you know, just the fact that she's going to cook them, you know, I mean, that's important. You know, it just shows you that he's acknowledging that even though Thanksgiving is coming up, they were talking about it, and that even though they're, you know, people think, oh, you know, we miss, you know, so and so. Okay. You know, and it's like, but they're there. They're there, you know, just letting you know that they're going to be with you on that day.
Absolutely.
So okay,
here's-
here's the deal. If nobody wants a card reading, this is the last call.
Last call. We should have a sound effect.
Right? Last call. If
we're curious, right? All right, so you know, here's the thing, guys. I want to just take a minute and thank each and every one of you for continuing to come back, put up with our crazy asses, okay? And not only that, but put up with like nonsensical trolls and still be willing to hang in there. Thank you so much. Your viewership, your friendship, that loyalty means more to us than you'll ever know.
absolutely.
It's that loyalty and your viewership and the love that we feel from you, that's the currency that I run on, okay? And it's that love that keeps me coming back week after week. But I need your guys' help with something. You see, the whole point of me doing this, right? The whole point of me doing these readings is, yes, it's great to hear from a loved one. It's fascinating when it happens if you're from the outside looking in, if it's happening for someone else. But it's really, really easy to lose the entirety of the message. The entirety of the message is for all of us. Me, Roseanne, Dom, you guys, each and every one of you. The entirety of the message is, hey, you wonder if there's something after we cross, right? We've all had that thought. Is there really something there? We hope so. Hit 1 right now if you've ever had that thought, like, I don't know, I hope so, right? No matter what your faith tells you, we've all had that. But the entirety of the message is that Susan's father comes through. People come through every week. Sometimes they're acknowledged right then and there, and that's great because we all get some sort of sense of closure from that reading. There are other times when not, and I'm just left like, well, okay, here's the message, knowing that it's going to be on YouTube indefinitely, and hopefully, not hopefully, when that person's loved one gets it, which we just got a message today on last week's live, I think it was, that confirming that it was a person's father coming through, but they weren't there at the time. So it's a new tool and it's a new way of doing things. But when we see the closure of a reading in this way, we have to look at it from a bigger perspective, because this bigger perspective pertains to each and every one of you guys. Each and every one of you guys, right? Is there something after we pass away? The answer is yes. This proves it. And it's God's grace that allows me to do this. Make no mistake, it's not me. It's not me. It's not me. I'm just a tool. Some would say in more ways than one, but I digress. Right? I am just the tool that it happens through. Okay? So, if our loved one comes through, if someone's loved one that I don't know any of you guys aside from here, right? And I'm connecting and telling you things that only they would know and you would know. Oh my God, that's them. Personality comes through, the energy comes through, confirming visitation dreams. How would I know that? I don't. I wouldn't. You know who knows it? God. God allows that connection. And when I say God, understand what I mean.
Somebody's coming in. Somebody's about to come in. Yes. Hold on. And he's gonna. I told her to just. So, you know, see it. Do you want me to pull it?
All right, well, let me finish up and I'll see
Okay.
what's going on.
All right.
Where was I? Damn it.
Sorry. But when they cross the many layers on
Thank
the other
you.
side. Yes.
When people cross, right? It's God's grace allowing. Thank you, Kylo. Thank you, guys. Interruptions. It's God's grace that allows that message to come down through me. Why would God allow something like that? Anybody know? Any ideas? I'm trying to get you to kind of think, because this is a question that I wrestled with for years.
Mm-hmm.
And then poof, an epiphany. It's quite simply God's grace. God is always evolving just as man is evolving. And so as man evolves, God evolves his message.
Mm-hmm.
He realizes that we live in a pretty dark and broken world.
Yeah, we do.
And he understands that. His love and his grace covers us. And I say his, but it could be her. Don't know.
Doesn't
It's
matter.
just, it doesn't matter. It's just the way that I say it. I'm just putting that out there. Because it's a non-denominational thing. God is God, it's everything. But the love and the grace is the lane that I operate in. And because he loves us so much as his creations, he knows that a lot of us have gotten jaded. A lot of us have our faith broken. A lot of us have no hope left. Right? And it's the grace of saying, hey, everything that you think and hope for is true. Here's your loved one coming through. Oh my God, wow, that really is them. There must be a heaven. And if there's a heaven, then the associative property. Then obviously there's a God. It's giving us a little glimpse, just pulling the curtain back just a little bit, like, hey, check it out. And so with you guys knowing that, you guys see this every week. You may not get a reading this week. You may not get a reading next week. Okay, but you see other people getting a reading. I want you guys to go forward this week in faith. I want you to carry that faith, and by faith I mean a knowing that our loved ones are out there. They're not just out there, they're here with us. And next week, it just might be your turn. But I want you to carry that faith and spread a faithful message of love and hope, especially this time of year, because this is the thankful time of year, the faithful time of year. And it is so imperative that each of us, I'm asking all of you guys to help me out with this, because I've been given a very hard task. I'm going to be honest with you. My task is to help grab the people that are on the fringes. It was made very clear to me. The people with their faith broken, feeling of hopelessness, a feeling of despair, feeling of there is no God, and anger towards God. Those are the people that I have to wrangle. And you guys, all of you guys that are my loyal viewers, by extension, I'm asking you for your help with that. Yeah, hey Sergio, man, every Saturday at 8:45 p.m. Central. So if you're Jersey, then 9:45 Eastern. Okay. And yes, I have relatively high profile ones, but that's all confidential. But my point is, each and every one of us have that responsibility. I want each of you to go forward, but remember, if someone is on the fringes of their faith being broken, what happens if you go and hit somebody over the head with a Bible, right? You just push them further away. So how anybody know how we collect the people on the fringes without them knowing it and bring them back? One word: love. Let's love each other, guys. Okay? Because there are times when we're not deserving of love, but we get it. Prayer, love, absolutely. Just go forward in this sense of community, this sense of love. Thank you, Aaron. And yeah, man. And we will talk to you guys next week, if not before that. Okay. Hey G, you want to say goodbye? So I'm now consider all of you recruited. You're all recruited to do that.
Bye. Bye.
Positive.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. I'm going bye now. Okay. Can I go bye now?
All right.
I'll go
All right.
bye now.
Bye bye, guys. You guys have a good one.